Hello friends, Arthur here, and this is ZSL track review for Empty Paint Can number 4. And we start with Alabaster Park by St. Nicholas and Not That Guy, which usually build really great, really cool tracks with really great scenery. And well, I would say this track is not an exception. It's really interesting, but for me it was slightly harder because of this weird funky transition to the checkpoint 3 to 4, where you have like multiple way how to can transition to the track or jump. I would say it's risky or like risky and safe here, but I failed several times there, and probably transition near the finish, like rough downhill, is also could be slightly tricky, which could like cost you some time. ZSL-Pardise Canyon by Vortex, and I would say really interesting track. The only confusion thing that I have here, it's all these arms up signs, because depending on your speed, I believe second one is like not really necessary, and on the third one, if you don't have enough speed, you need to use arms up, so pretty tricky. But I love the transition to the finish. It was an interesting idea, like it. Hidden Valley by Hawk. And I would say this is pretty tricky track because of all this jumpy transition on the road, several blind jumps, so you need to be really prepared to do them, and the really interesting transition to the last jump near the finish or penultimate jump. I would say it could be slightly harder to do it from the first attempt, but if you do it several times, you find your line and you can do it. ZSL Past Adventure by PotatoMonger753, and as of concept, as of track out of ZSL, it is nice, it's cool. The idea of this small jump near the finish, the transition on your like expectation from the track, especially from the first time, when it's like, oh, I can fall and I won't make it, and then oh, there's another really interesting stuff, like for example after checkpoint 4 there is like invisible part of the road which lead you to the next part. It's unexpected, and then transition to the last loop. Probably if you could be slightly slower, you can do it with a booster, but I did without it. And the only other thing that I really love on this track is that I made the world record for it, at least for a short period of time, until like a lot of other people will start and join to this track. So anyway, interesting but debatable track for ZSL. ZSL Bones by And Me, and honestly I play this track several times, one by solo lobby and another on showcase, and each time I admire how this all could be built with basically basic tools, basic paints, basic elements with no decoration, all this like part of the bones, all other like elements, guidelines by the shadow. It's so nice. I won't say anything about like layout because it's And Me, and honestly I didn't remember any bad track from And Me. They all have like guidelines, you always know where to go, so it's really fun. But this one have like really great decoration. World Under Construction by Geared Dragon, and this track caused several debates on and questions, because this track have like several hidden risky passes. I find only pipe, but there is apparently several more which can give you the time to finish with after time. And the question, if they're like hidden and you can't see them from your run. You need to go in photo mode to see all like hidden route. That's the count. Does it allow to be here? But anyway, as of track, I wouldn't say it's hard one. If you do it all by the line without any cut-ins, it's slow, but it's pretty doable. Got the can, but gotta find the brush. And well, several concerns for this one. First one is not obvious transition to the even first element. Then the timing for this track, it's like almost on an edge, so it's pretty long one. And I find this level is really, let's say, precise. So you need to find a lot of speed to make the jump after checkpoint 22, and you still have like 20-30 seconds of tracks after it with one checkpoint. And I was just lucky to finish this track. I tried like several sessions because for me it was really hard to do even like the first jump to this like later part of the track, and I fail a lot without needed speed to jump. And as you can see, transition with this fan, with your speed, you can hit it, you can crush it, and I was just lucky to not did it. And other parts are not really hard for this track. So like minute and a half for such long track, or even 1 minute 20, it gives you basically 5 solid attempts to finish and improve your time. So I think not a lot of people in the ZSL lobby will be doing it. So I would say it's really long and hard track. Bucket of Sun by Parazare. And recently in a showcase I was complaining or saying that there is not a lot of flat track, and we have another one with really nice colors, with interesting idea, with interesting turns. And I wouldn't say it's really hard, it's just launch and drive, and I beat the after time, so it's definitely not really hard track, but I really enjoy to play it because it's not like the others. Support Vector Machine by Ajax. Well, I was needed several sessions, several attempts to find the line, to find the way how you can do it, to understand this track, because there are several blind jumps, there are several unexpected turns where you need basically know what to do next to prepare for it. If you don't, you will crash, you will failed. Several unexpected jumps with the same, like if you don't know about them, you will most likely crash. But when you know everything, it's become understandable track, fun track, with maybe with some hard color theme on a track, but well, you're really limited on your way how you can do it with only basic default colors. Castlevania by Diabler. I never played Castlevania, but I know that this is like a Nintendo game with vampires, and there's a lot of different series of that, so I honestly don't know for what part this track is referenced to. But I love that this time Diablo didn't found like some kind of tricks or new mechanics in the game, and just dedicated this track for like was focusing on decoration and theme for this track, and how he did all this stuff just with default colors, default elements. It's great. I really enjoy driving it. It's not really hard, but it's fun to see how it's done. Okay guys, thanks for watching this part, and Thanks for your likes and subscription. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time. Bye!